guys, welcome back to Little Einsteins. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you had a chance to think about your weekly challenge. Definitely join us on our Zoom call later this afternoon to share what you were able to discover about dynamics and tempos throughout your day. On the activities for today is your stretch for this morning is the Warrior 2 pose, and this Warrior 2 pose, it stretches your hips and shoulders. It opens up your chest and your lungs so you can breathe properly and help your balance. So this helps you concentrate better. So hopefully you have a chance to try out the stretch. The other stuff that we have on today's activities is that you have a Fantasia video, Carnival of the Animals, and today's music game is called Roll and Rock Out Rhythms. And then we'll have a Zoom call later this afternoon. So let's get started. Today's instrument of the day is a member of the brass family, and that instrument is called a trumpet. So string families, violin, viola, cello, they use a bow or they can pluck their strings, but they don't breathe into anything. And all brass instruments, they have a mouthpiece, and this is what they'll use to blow into to create sound that'll come out of the trumpet's bell. We have the valves, we have the keys that we press to get music out. So the trumpet has been around for a long time, and it's a very popular instrument. So that's one of the brass instruments of the day. We'll be talking more about trombones and tubas and other instruments of the brass family. And so today's game, you'll have roll and rock out rhythms, and this is something we're going to learn to help prepare you for that game. We're going to learn about clapping rhythms and tempo markings. So when you see a number and it says 4/4 on there, that tells you, so we know tempo, what speed it should be, and we know dynamics, what level it should be. But now time signature helps us tell every measure how many beats we'll have, which is super important. So 4/4 means that there are 4 beats in every measure. And I have a printout out there for you, but there'll also be a picture here that you can follow along with me. And we're going to learn how to clap rhythms. So I'm going to do the first one. Those notes you're seeing, those first 4, those are called quarter notes, and those are each 1 beat. So the first measure goes like this. I'm going to count off for 4 because we're in 4/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Those are 4 quarter notes. In the next measure, it looks like we have a lot of notes. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 notes. And they're actually each called an eighth note. 2 eighth notes is the same as a quarter note. 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 2 plus 0 equals 2. So it's just, there are different ways to come up with the same number. So I'm going to clap eighth notes. So this is a quarter note. I'm going to clap 4 quarter notes, and I'm going to clap all the eighth notes that go in a measure. So this is quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Makes sense? So you can clap with me so you can get the hang of it. We'll do the whole first line, okay? So I'm going to count us off, and please count, and you can count with me as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that one more time. I am saying the beat numbers in every measure. There's 4 beats in a measure, and I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, so you know where every beat is. All right, let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the first exercise. You guys can work on the rest, and we will have the roll and rock out rhythms, which will help you prepare for how to clap rhythms. There will be a printout that I will put up, and that will show how many beats is for every note and the different kind of notes. These are also in your flashcards. I want you guys to focus on eighth notes, quarter notes, and half notes, so 3 different kind of rhythms. Now the next line of our drill sheet is going to have half notes in it. If you look at the third measure, there are 2 half notes. And we're still in 4/4, which means 4 beats per measure. So if we have 2 notes equally in there, that's half note is going to have 2 beats. So I'm going to clap that out real quick so you know what that sounds like. I'm going to clap the measure with the half note. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you would clap half notes. Let's go ahead and clap the second line together so you can get a hang of clapping quarter notes, eighth notes, and half notes together. All right, I'm going to count us off again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try that one more time just so you are confident that you can do it on your own. All right, again, we're going to count us off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I hope you guys are going to enjoy today's game. It's a game that you can play, and every time you'll have a different result. And you should have eighth notes, quarter note, and there may be half notes on there. So all the rhythms we're learning today is the rhythms that you're going to have for your game. And hopefully you'll be able to just do just fine. When you're done with your game, make sure you clap it out, and hopefully you'll get it right. All right, so that's that for rhythms. If you have any questions about rhythms, you can definitely join us today for our Zoom call, and you can ask them there. Or if you don't know how it works or anything like that, I can help answer those questions for you. The next thing I have to show you guys is another bow exercise game, and it's called Bridge. So you'll need your bow for this one. And the goal of this game is to keep the bow as straight as possible as you are climbing up. And the stick of the bow, that is the bridge. And where the bow hair is, that's where our imaginary cars are. So if you let your bow tip, all the cars fall into the water. So we make sure that the bridge is not collapsing. So this exercise helps you learn the balance of a bow, because if you think about it, weight-wise of the bow, it's not going to be in the middle. You can see that the bow is falling down because the bow is heavier at the frog than the tip is. So the bow, this is kind of like the middle part, the balance point of the bow. Today's windy outside, so this might not work. There we go. So as you can see, that is not the middle of the bow. It's further down. So I hope you guys are going to be able to play this game, but let's try it, okay? So again, this is a super hard game. You have to keep your bow. If I were to say freeze, that's how you hold your bow. So you want to make sure that your pinky is on top of the bow at all times. If you don't have your pinky, the bridge collapses. So every finger has an important role in this game. Now, after you get the middle part, that's going to be harder because we have to make sure that the bow doesn't go down because that is the heaviest part. So once you get past the middle point, put a little bit more pressure of your finger, the weight of the finger, push down on your first finger, and that will help. But that's pretty much the game, and it's still hard for me, but this is a good one to test out your fingers with. So enjoy having that. It's good to have different bow exercises to work on. That way we're working on different parts of our fingers and strengthening those tiny little muscles in our hands. All right, next we're going to talk about our composer of the day, Camille Saint-Saens. He was born in 1835 in France. Just like Mozart, Saint-Saens was a child prodigy. So at 2.5 years old, he could figure out tunes on the piano. At the age of 3, he composed his first piece at only the age of 3. At 7 years old, he was giving public concerts as a pianist and an organist. When he was 10, he made a public debut and offered to play any one of Beethoven's 32 sonatas from memory. So he pretty much told the crowd, pick one of those and I will play it for you, which is insane. He always remembered and memorized anything he ever read. So he was really good at memorizing pieces. Saint-Saens was also a conductor, critic, music scholar, teacher, and composer. Despite all of his many talents, he never quite lived up to people's expectations. None of his music were very popular, and the best of his works was the Carnival of the Animals, which your Fantasia video is on. So I hope you'll enjoy that piece. So go and watch Carnival of the Animals. Play Roll and Rock Out Rhythm, and I really hope you have fun with that. And that's something you can play with the whole family and compare rhythms. And join us later today for a Zoom call. I hope you enjoy, have fun today, and then we'll see you tomorrow.